Well, I am back, and I'm about to sell.
Ah, well met again. And what can I help you with?
You can help me with selling stuff.
Yes.
I have no idea why he sell. Oh, not quite as much. I'm betting if I look at my character, her charisma's not that great, and her appraise is not that great. So I'm betting that's why she doesn't get good prices. I really don't know why Sand sells for so much more than other shops. That said, even if Sand didn't sell for this so much, I would still be able to make quite a bit of money by selling these masterworks at other stores and get around 24,000 gold or so. The Complete Craftsman thing said that you could sell these if you didn't need them. Yeah. The problem with that being that molds are limited in availability, and unless it's something that you know you're not going to use as a weapon, it's better not to waste a mold. I know I'm not going to be using sickles as weapons. I probably shouldn't have done rapiers the first time I discovered this. I wonder who that was on. It was not Celeste. I'll find out when I go find someone. When I find people who don't have huge amounts of money. But I'm not sure the Complete Craftsman guy who did that hack realized that there was a store sitting around that had unlimited molds. Or maybe he did. Or not unlimited molds, 25 molds. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Is there another magic bag here? No, there does not appear to be. What I need to do is start compiling myself a list of what reagents I need in order to... Why are you so smart? Oh, because you got a headband of intellect. What are your skills? Interesting. Is compile a list of reagents I'm going to need to make
follow me.
hexed and set items, so that I can have really monstrously powerful, made especially for me, magic items. That's going to be later in the game, because that's going to require a huge amount of reagents, really, and a lot of effort. So what you're doing is I can dissolve other weapons now with spellcraft. In fact, I'm going to waste a little bit of money here, because the Masterwork Sickles are going to be twice as much now.
Ah, well met again. And what can I...
Yeah. Waste a little bit of
Could
money.
you pile a little more stuff on me?
And we're going to see... You can... Oh, how interesting. You can wear them down into reagents. Well, I think I know what's happening to rapiers if I don't need them. I don't think I'll get any power out of it. Looks like I can only get gems, which makes sense because they're not really magical, so it makes sense I wouldn't get essences. But that's interesting. I can make gems. Okay, now, herein lies the question. And it is a serious question. I am fairly firmly in the neutral right now. It would be nice if I could get down to the chaotic a little bit. If I go for the thieves, I can get the chaotic quite a bit. If I go for the law and order, I'm going to have to be a little bit... It's going to be harder to get chaotic. Because I'd like to get the neutral down to neutral, and then I could get the other neutral up to good with no problem. Because I'll probably get to good by accident. If I'm not careful. and don't watch my my selection of choices. I really hate alignments. They're really, really annoying. However, herein lies my problem. Moira, the city guard position's rather strawman and rather stupid, which it kind of is hard not to do in a. It's hard not to do in a video game like this. You're going to have some characters that have some shallow, stereotypical points of view, and the two arguments between Berlena and Cormac are a little bit stereotypical. Moira, on the other hand, is out and out psychotic crazy. I mean, that's not what they're intending her to be. But the first half of the criminal thing is you doing a little bit of extortion, and then you make a sweep through to control other thugs and buy up a couple of night watch and of the city watch. And after you go to all the trouble of bribing a bunch of city watch patrols, Moira orders you to burn down the building. And you can say, I think this is a mistake, but you can't refuse to do it because plot. Regardless of, there is no chaotic good option. You can't refuse to do it and somebody else does it. I was kind of hoping you ended up being the informant that Berlena talks about later on, but that didn't happen. And so what Moira does is order you to go around, get a bunch of watch in your pocket, and then ruins all that by doing something that would put all of the watch up in arms. And she wonders why the guy funding her is pissed. She's also making things such a problem. Nasher's thinking about sending in military forces to clean up the docks. Which she doesn't understand. She's dealing with the watch, and as long as she doesn't make a big fuss, all she's dealing with is the watch. She makes a big fuss, Nasher sends in the military. So, Berlena and Cormac are somewhat stereotypical and shallow, but it's reasonable for video game characters. Braylana's just stupid. Out and out stupid. Bloodthirsty stupid. So, yeah. Hey, look, bladelings. There we go. Everybody's hasted. Which was unnecessary. Everybody's hasted except for Nalik. Which was unnecessary because Kelgar obliterated them with Great Cleave. Great Cleave, Great Cleave. If we go look through here, it'll say Kelgar killed, Kelgar killed, Kelgar killed. Let's see. Okay. Kelgar killed Bladeling. Yep. Kelgar killed Bladeling. Yep. Kelgar killed Bladeling. Yep. Great Cleave. Let's see. Let's double check that real quick. Kelgar killed Bladeling. Great Cleave. Kelgar killed Bladeling. Great Cleave. Kelgar killed Bladeling. He missed on the second Great Cleave. Great Cleave. Nishka killed Bladeling. Okay, Nishka got one of them. So I'm not going to do the crime side of this again because it's just stupid. There must be someone you can spare, Lieutenant. You know the number of men I have available to me, Marshal. You also know the efforts I've been taking to weed out turncoats. I can send some watchmen to the shopkeeper, but then we'll have to postpone the sweep through the Northern District. The Council hasn't done us any favors with that last vote, have they, Lieutenant? Well, very well. Postpone the sweep. Assign some... Hello, wait a minute. We might have a windfall here. Well, look what the winds brought into Neverwinter. It's good to see you again. If I recall, you were promised a reward if you decided to seek me out. I spoke with my captain once I had returned, and she agreed that your services were quite valuable. The watch is most generous, thank you. Glad to see your harrowing journey through the mirror hasn't changed you. A lot of people came out of that place changed, and not for the better. But enough of that. What can I do for a fellow harborman? I need to enter Black Lake District. Beautiful place. Worth the trip. But we have the entire district locked up tight. You won't be getting in anytime soon. Why? What happened there? Foulest murder. I'm not permitted to give you any details as the investigation is ongoing. But it's serious. Serious enough to lock down the entire Nobles Quarter. That's fairly serious. Even mages of the Clock Tower have gotten involved. Is there anything you can do to help me? Well, the only way anyone gets in is if they're a member of the Watch. And Captain Brelena has to personally approve anyone who wants to enter Black Lake. That woman takes her job very seriously. She won't just give you one if you ask. What if I work for the City Watch? Will that help? It would be a good start. Knowing you, you're more than capable of handling the job. If you make enough of an impact, Captain Brelena may even take an interest in you, and believe me, you'll have plenty of opportunities to show off your abilities. The City Watch has lost its grip here on the Docks District. Criminal gangs are running loose, and even some of our own seem to have forgotten the oaths that they took when they joined. It hasn't been just your usual crime wave, however. These thugs have been organized. We've heard a name, Moira. We also know that others have tried to organize their own gangs. The City Watch is outnumbered. We can use every man willing to join our ranks. So, if this will get me into Black Lake, then let me in. What I tell you about this one, Roe, gets things done with a little fuss. Yes, sir, a valuable recruit. Captain will be pleased.
Could you pile a little more stuff on me?
Wow. That's just a cloak. Really, that encumbered you. Here, you need to wear this cloak to mark you as a member of the City Watch. And believe me, your arrival has helped us out immensely. Now, I wish we had all the times for you to settle in, but we've got a problem with one of the shopkeepers. His name is Hagen, and he's decided to stand up to the criminals of this district. Get down to his shop and make sure nothing happens to him. Seems our problems are solved. The sweep of the North Docks can occur on schedule. Yes, thank you. I recommend that you make your way to Hagen's as soon as possible. I worry for his safety. Okay, you... Oh, it did make power. That's interesting. Okay, that's very interesting. Garnet. Why so heavy? Okay, so I can make masterwork items and turn them into reagents.
Yeah.
Or gold. Either or. Where is...
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a concentration. Greater gloves of the minstrel. I don't think we're going to be needing those. I mean, we do have a bard coming up later, but I rarely use him. Because he's annoying. He is no deacon. Drums of Haunted.
Sure.
Oh, behavior. Scaled. All. Okay, item usage is off. Okay. Activate. That's not a distillable item. Okay. What? Oh. You have been used and you are a distillable item. No, it's not. Oh, that's my 15 minutes? Really? Oh, I can't salvage that item. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was my 15 minutes. Didn't get anything really done. Legnar. Watchman. Who watches the Watchman? I'm not a particular fan of the Watchman idea. There are some good, cool ideas in it, but it's a little bit... I tend to think deconstructions are a little bit overly serious. Anyway, ending this wrap.